Welcome back to another episode of Sports Extra Uncut. This is episode 2 coming at you from the live booth at WZIS. I'm Owen Pulley, alongside me Tommy Devine, Alex McGlothlin, and Emma Baumgart. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good. It's Friday. Can't complain, you know?
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad.
Never complain about that. That's always great to hear.
It's always great to be a Friday.
So we're going to get right into it. We're going to be recapping week 2 of the NFL. We saw week 1. We'll talk about a little bit of what we saw, some interesting things of week 1, and then we'll talk about Thursday Night Football and, preview week 2 going on. It's already started a little bit. Thursday Night Football, Bills and Dolphins, and then Sunday we got some good games. A pretty good Sunday Night Football, I would say.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to watch Monday Night Football, probably. I might. I don't know.
It's Falcons and Philly, right?
Yep. Falcons and the Eagles.
Yeah.
Might watch it.
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey, the Falcons defense just got basically buffed this offseason, so I wouldn't count them out.
That's true.
Don't count them out.
That's
You
true.
can't count anyone out. I mean, look, Georgia State just beat FSU. Come on now. 3 weeks
DJ,
ago,
you need to get a job.
Georgia Tech?
Nah. Yeah.
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech?
Yeah.
I thought it was Georgia State.
Nah,
Georgia Tech, and then
Tech, yeah.
Who's
Still
the
in
second
Georgia.
team they beat? Was it FI?
Boston College.
Boston College, that's right.
Boston College.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll win another game, probably.
Well, you were wrong about that with the Irish. You said they would not lose another game.
We're already going to start on this again?
Yeah, and then they lost. You wore a Notre Dame shirt today, Tommy.
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, let's just get this out of the way. Just a complete embarrassment at home in front of, your alumni, your students, your fans. To have a MAC team come into those hallowed grounds and lose in that fashion is just saddening.
First MAC team to ever beat an AP top 5 school. $1.4 million.
I will say this, though, for Northern Illinois. They have been a good program in the past, and they do have a very beautiful football history. But the fact that they went into South Bend and won that game with how good our offense is and the offensive line, I actually kind of cried on Saturday.
All right.
I've never been that emotional. I know we lost to Marshall 2 years ago, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, how is this happening again? And I'm kind of thinking to myself,
fight.
Because I don't mind Northern Illinois. They're cool. They're in DeKalb. No one knows where DeKalb is. If you point it to them, no one.
They're in Northern Illinois.
Yeah. Well, I know that, but they're in Northern Illinois. Right?
Northern Illinois.
So, Notre Dame just kind of. I really just don't even know what happened. Riley Leonard looks atrocious. People are calling for Marcus Freeman. And, everything around you is on fire in South Bend right now. And now we got this game against Purdue tomorrow at Ross-Ade.
Let's go.
And I think Notre Dame's going to lose.
We got Lafayette native Alex McGlothlin over here.
Hail Purdue, baby. Come on now.
Let
me talk to you.
Lafayette,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you are from Lafayette.
I am from Lafayette.
That's true. I forgot about that.
So it's tough for me
Hail Purdue.
this week. No, it's tough for me because
we'll
I did root for Purdue growing up as well. So it's tough for me this week. It's been hard, and ISU losing doesn't help.
Hey, look, we got a game against Dayton this weekend.
Dayton tomorrow. I can't wait. I can't wait for the old Oak and Bucket week because Emma grew up down close to Bloomington. I myself am kind of an IU football fan, more of an IU basketball fan.
Yeah,
sure.
An IU football fan. That'll be fun though to see the old Oak and Bucket week.
It'll be a great week with you and I, Owen.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Great
for
week.
sure.
And the way both teams are looking, Purdue, IU, they're both looking pretty good though.
Purdue and IU.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. We talked last week about. What happened, and then they ended up beating Western Illinois. That game was we all knew what was going to happen there. But not 77-3. I was not expecting 77-3. I was expecting maybe 60, but to put up 77, I think that, Tom Allen's Hoosiers are putting up maybe 60, giving up maybe 10. I don't think they're winning 77-3 against the Leathernecks.
Did you see Southern Alabama put up 89 points last night against Northwestern State in college football?
Let's go.
I don't hate it.
That is the most incredible. They were favored by 35.
Mm-hmm. And they won by 89.
And they won. They actually covered by a ton.
They covered it by double.
I watched them. I'm like, how they just
double.
put 89 points on a team?
Right.
It's just
It's amazing.
There's only so much time in a football game,
Yeah.
They had to actually in the fourth quarter shorten it to 6 minutes.
Seriously?
They shortened the quarter for
dead
15-6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are they even allowed to
That's
do
not real
that?
college football.
I don't even know.
That's not real college football.
They just
What in the Division II football are you watching?
What a
No, I'm being
JUCO.
serious.
Was it FCS?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This was on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
This
wow.
There were some student media guys running that game, probably, right?
People watched that game probably.
Yeah.
89 points.
That's crazy. Well, moving away from college, we'll probably end up dabbling in it a little bit. But week 2, we filmed that the day we recorded this episode 1, about 3 or 4 hours before the Packers-Eagles game. I think we all unanimously said Philly. I don't think any of us were expecting Jordan Love out for 3 weeks after that. Because we were talking about, the future of, them playing Houston or Indianapolis, and then I think they play Houston in 2 or 3 weeks, but now, because I said, we're going to talk about this Indianapolis Green Bay game, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I think that it's just going to be Indy straight up.
I wouldn't count the Packers out. Like, I'm not a Packers fan. Like, I dog on my step family so much for being Packers fans. I'm from Wisconsin, but I wouldn't count them out just yet.
Oh, you can't for sure count them out. But I think that Indy's. I think they're going to take this one after watching AR play.
To be honest, yes.
On Sunday.
I will count them out. The last time
I watched Green Bay.
Yeah. Okay. The last time I watched Malik Willis take valuable snaps in this league.
Oh wait, yeah.
It was in
I forgot
it's Malik Willis.
It was a Titans. I believe it was against Jacksonville.
Okay.
And Malik Willis was the quarterback for the Titans in a must-win AFC South win-girl home game, right, for the division. Could be wrong. If you want to look it up, go ahead.
I'm looking up last Malik Willis start.
No, his last legitimate, meaningful snaps in a football game, right?
Oh, here you go. All right.
Okay.
Hold on. I have something that just showed up. It was saying, the Tennessee Titans. Okay.
Did you go blind from the stats?
No, not yet. But it was saying something. Oh,
it's getting there.
Here you go. All right. Willis started in place of an injured Tannehill for his second consecutive week in Week 9 against Kansas City Chiefs. He completed 5 of his 16 passing attempts for 80 yards in the 20-17 overtime loss. In Week 16 against the Texans, Willis started in place of Tannehill, who had an aggravated ankle injury. In the contest, he completed 14 of 23 passes for 99 passing yards and 2 interceptions as the Titans lost 19-14.
Was that last year?
That was in 2022.
Because there was a year they played like Jacksonville for the division.
Okay.
On like a Saturday, and
that was last year, I think. Right?
No, that was like 2 years ago.
No, that was 2
or 3 years ago. He was atrocious. I mean, he couldn't
he's
throw
not a
the
good
ball
quarterback.
5 yards down the field. He has mobility. He can run around. But the fact that the Packers are not going to go pick up a veteran quarterback and they're going to leave him to be the starter for how many weeks, I don't know.
At least 3.
Yeah, there's no way they win any of those games.
I'm going to look up Pro Football Reference, Malik Willis.
There's just no. They're going to be underdogs in every game they play with him in. Seriously, he's that bad of a quarterback.
Let's see, Pro Football Reference.
Are we talking like what was his name? Jamarcus Russell bad?
No,
that's pretty bad.
Malik Willis was a third-round pick, not what?
Yeah, no.
Jamarcus Russell was first overall, right?
Yeah, he was first overall from LSU
not that
to
bad.
the Raiders in 2007.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's a whole different
situation. You were talking some crazy stuff.
Because Jamarcus, just made himself out of the league.
Yeah,
okay.
That was his deal. And he was actually a legitimate talent.
He would have been so good for the Raiders.
So I have Malik Willis's starts here.
Okay.
Or his 2022 stats, just in total. 8 games, 3 games started.
Okay.
1-2, 31 of 61, 276 yards, 3 picks, no touchdowns.
That passing percentage.
11 first downs.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
His longest was a 48-yard pass.
Wow.
His yards per carry wasn't horrible. And he had a QBR. All right, let's play a game of guess the QBR.
2. Okay. No, wait. Is it like the lowest you can go, like 30 or something like that? Like you can't hit 0, or can you hit 0?
It's like 10. I think.
Yeah, I want to say I don't think you can hit 0.
All right, let's see though.
I don't know.
Let's guess QBR.
Oh, that's tough.
13.3.
Jeez.
That's horrible.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway, that's Malik Willis for you.
Yeah.
Please send him to the XFL.
So are we?
Too good.
All right, are you counting out the Colts now? Are you counting or not?
Yeah, I'm counting out the Colts. You don't have Darius Leonard. No, I'm kidding.
Are you counting? No. Or sorry, I think the question is: are you counting in the Packers?
But they still
Christian Watson.
Yeah. I'm still not gonna. Well, they also got what his name's like Lucas Van Ness or whatever. He was a dog in college. I don't know how he's played in the NFL yet. He's a edge rusher or a linebacker or something like that.
Leighton Vander Esch?
No.
I was like, he plays.
He's one of the
Cowboys.
Packers players. Let me see.
Vander Esch. Yeah.
If this game was in Indianapolis,
yeah, he did.
If this game was in Indianapolis, it would be Colts by 6.5.
Okay, let's see. Well, hold on.
I think the only reason it's at Lambeau, that's because Indy's favoring this game by 3. That's the spread. And the only reason it's this close is because it's at Lambeau. And I think that's the reason the Packers are getting any respect in this game at all whatsoever.
Oh, wow. Never mind.
It's fair.
I thought he just got drafted. I lied.
Let's see. The last time the Colts played in Green Bay,
We probably lost.
It's been a while, probably.
2016.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely lost that.
The Colts won 31-26.
I lied. We didn't lose that game.
So
Luck would have been starting, right?
What?
Was Luck starting that game?
2016. Yes.
Yeah, so because didn't he retire in 2018?
In 2019 preseason.
Yeah, that was
2016. That might have been the Scott Tolzien year. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I kind of thought.
2016 might be the Tolzien year. I don't know, but anyway, it's 2016.
Yeah.
So, but the Colts won in Green Bay, and then they played in Indianapolis. The Colts won in overtime. So, but anyway, moving on from the Colts, or moving to the Colts, I guess you could say they lost 29-27. I thought Anthony Richardson looked pretty good. I thought the defense looked not good. They did have 4 sacks and 10 touches on C.J. Stroud, but they let Joe Mixon run through them like they were a karate board that was just needing to be broken.
You have 6 or 7 players, and you're just going to let them run right through that. That's the first 2 layers of your defense.
Exactly. It was like
DBs are designed for run plays. They're the last line of defense.
And Joe Mixon's old, right? I mean, I don't know how old he is. I know he's old.
Joe Mixon's like 28 or 29. He's not that old.
In running back speak, that's old.
Well, yeah, but compared to like overall in the league.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. But still, as a running back, like he's been in the league for a minute.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm surprised he's actually playing with everything he got in trouble with.
Yeah, he's not like a 23-year-old, ripping through defense.
So, I guess I'm kind of confused because there were a few times, and it was around the 50, where C.J. Stroud literally slips, his knee touches the ground. Mm-hmm. He's able to get up and throw a pass. Now, why is he not down? Because no one touched him, right?
Right. That turf
I
sucks,
think
by
that's
the way.
kind of a stupid rule.
Yeah, that turf
Like it should have
is
been
awful.
down. He should have been down.
But yeah,
Personally.
I think so. And then there was a whole other thing where, he got suplexed into the ground. They didn't call anything.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
It was an iffy game.
Stroud, he's going to improve. He's going to be fine. He plays the Bears this week. Bears defense is pretty good, but
Yeah, so I wouldn't cut them out.
I mean, mighty Joe Mixon. I mean, the guy leaves Cincinnati. Looks like Cincinnati really could have used him on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They could have used some offense. He would have been nice. Good deal for the Texans. Really nice combo with that and the Diggs passing game. Really kind of go together. A little charcuterie board going on there with, a little combo and such. But
I wasn't overly impressed with Stephon Diggs on Sunday.
he had 2 touchdowns, didn't he?
I don't think I've been impressed with Diggs
Hold
in
on.
2 years, to be
He had
honest.
like
Like,
2
that's saying
touchdowns.
something. Like, it's saying a lot. I haven't been
Did he?
really impressed with him.
Did he really?
No, he had none.
Really?
Joe
I
Mixon
thought he
had a
like 2
touchdown.
touchdowns.
Yeah, Nico,
C.J.
I would
Stroud.
realistically, for this Texans team, I'm picking Nico Collins.
Oh wait, sorry, I was reading rushing. He had 2. Yeah, they were like red zone touchdowns though. They weren't like I don't know. It's not the old. I mean, touchdowns are still touchdowns. I'm not. It just wasn't the old.
It's not
Stephon Diggs of
sure.
like
I mean,
pay
it's
me,
not
pay me,
gonna
pay
be
like
like Minnesota.
right. Well, I'm talking even Buffalo Stephon Diggs.
Early Buffalo Diggs as well. Yeah.
I don't know. I saw it and I was just like,
I mean, what
He's
else
still
can you do though?
solid.
2 touchdown catch. I mean, that's still. I mean, I know the receiving yards probably aren't there, but
yeah. He only had 33 yards for 6
the
receptions.
2 touchdowns. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you're averaging 5 points.
Yeah. Nico Collins though set 117 yards.
So we got Tank Dell too. I mean,
Right. I mean, to be fair, like now that I think
have
about
a
it,
decent
now that I like
room.
look at it and everything on paper, what would you rather have, the touchdowns or the yardage? I take the touchdowns any day of the week.
if you give me 2 touchdowns every week, we're gonna.
I don't care how many yards you have.
Yeah.
That's
Get up
true.
1 yard. I mean,
That's true. I think that he was a great red zone threat. I think Nico Collins is the number 1 receiver, obviously. I think
I'd
that
argue Tank Dell could be. I mean, he's just as good. I think Nico might be a little better, but
I think
Dell's just.
I would
just as
keep
good.
Nico over Tank just for the experience. That's the only reason. I'm not like saying Tank Dell's a bad receiver at all. I think he's good. I'm just saying overall, I think I would take Nico Collins over Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell. Like that would be my depth chart. I probably honestly, if Diggs doesn't play the way he should, like he used to, like you were saying, like prime Diggs, like Minnesota and early Buffalo Diggs, I'd put him at third string, to be honest.
I think they're almost like a 1A, 1B, 1C.
Yeah.
I flip a coin.
Right. I think you go Nico Collins 1A or 1, and then you go 2A, 2B with Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the way to go.
You had Mixon in there.
Yeah.
Stroud. I mean,
Mixon 3 receptions, 19 yards.
Dalton Schultz too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had 3 receptions, 16 yards.
A little questionable this week. I don't know if he'll play.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He's questionable.
Injuries in that game. Juju Brents went down with a season-ending injury, so Colts are kind of screwed in the secondary.
Yeah.
I've
never been a fan of our secondary, to be honest. I've been a fan of our secondary since what is his name? He's a Cowboys safety now.
Stephon Gilmore.
Malik Hooker.
Oh.
I've been a fan since he left.
Or Gilmore. I think Gilmore. He might have retired. Is he still in?
Yeah, he's still in the league.
He's still in. Is he still in Dallas?
If he is, though, he's like, I think if he's not on a team, he's a free agent. But I didn't see anything over the offseason of him retiring.
Who does he play for? He's in the Vikings. Gilmore.
When did that happen?
I guess in the offseason. Mr. Gilmore. That's what Jim Irsay would always call him. Mr. Gilmore. But anyway.
They just signed him 3 weeks ago. That's why.
So.
Frankenstein's fat foot.
All right, we're gonna hop on a new episode. We had Tommy DeVegas last week. On this episode of The Giants Suck at Football. What do you think, Tommy?
Oh, I couldn't even agree more. I mean, Daniel Jones, right? It's been a very interesting voyage with him because, these past couple of years, it's kind of been like a roller coaster, right?
Mm.
Bad coming out of the start. Couple of years, okay. Danny Dimes is mobile. He can run a little bit. All right, that's a little shifty. People were, I don't know why, comparing him to Michael Vick when he's running.
Because he ran an 80-yard pass and he ran and tripped over his feet.
Great.
He said the turf monster got him.
Sure.
Turf monster's a real thing, dude. I actually believe it. It's real. I've been victim to the turf monster.
Turf monster almost got Richardson, though, when he threw that 60-yard pass and touchdown.
Daniel Jones, this iteration of him is abysmal. This Giants team, I feel bad for Brian Daboll because I think he is actually a legitimately good head coach.
Yeah.
And he deserves respect. And this Giants team, no Saquon, just can't really get anything going offensively, can't do anything defensively. When you allow Sam Darnold, the guy who sees ghosts on a football field, to score 28 points on you in an actual legitimate NFL football game, I don't think you deserve to probably win another game.
Hey, that helped me win in fantasy, though. Thank you for giving. I think JJ does like 1 or 2 touchdowns. Help me win in fantasy. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with it.
Dude, I'm actually looking at Nick Newman right now in the other room, and he looks like Josh Allen.
I see
without
it.
his glasses.
I see it.
That's actually wild.
Yeah.
He looks like Josh Allen. Sorry, didn't mean to deviate from the show.
No, you're all good.
I just wanted to say that.
He does. Like I just looked over. Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's the homie. Yeah, we love him.
He's a homie, but he looks like Josh Allen.
I can see it.
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I could see that. No, I was just talking about how Daniel Jones. Like I 100% get that with the hype, and it's just like
Danny Dimes.
It makes no sense.
He goes crazy.
It's just, I think it's kind of run its course at this point, and we've learned our lesson with Duke quarterbacks, right? The same thing with North Carolina. Carolina just can't.
Their basketball
give good
state, I
quarterbacks.
guess, right?
They just can't do it. Everybody thinks Drake May's the next coming. No.
Give him time.
He's done. No, I'm not going to give him any time.
He's going to start first.
No. No.
Did it? Okay,
no.
Look.
I'm out.
Okay, look. Then we should have counted Tom Brady out as soon as he was drafted. Everybody counted him out, right? 6th round, 199. Now look at him. Go. Give Drake May time.
Now look at him.
I'm not backing.
You're comparing Drake May to Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's insane.
I'm just saying you can't count someone out on their rookie year because they may start off a little rough, but they could really ball out the last half.
Go, Emma. Get him.
Here's another comparison that made me think of.
I'm not comparing either of them together. I'm just saying at the time, you could compare that Tom Brady to Drake May if you were doing that.
Well, What about Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant?
Mr. Irrelevant.
He's
my
a
favorite quarterback.
Did you watch him on Friday or on Sunday or Monday? Excuse me. Monday. I don't know. I saw him. He's throwing these little dink and dunk passes, and I'm saying that's the offense. I think if you put a JV quarterback on that 49ers offense last year,
you did. You had Brock Purdy.
Exactly.
I've heard that argument 200 million times. I am getting sick of the Brock Purdy slander.
Yeah, same here.
I think he's
Brock
a
Purdy's
good quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I am getting sick of
a
it.
dog.
They say you could throw anybody in that system. Okay, he had dink and dunks on Monday night. He didn't look his best. But what I think Shanahan was trying to do was get Mason involved in the running game because I think they know that CMC is going to be out for a little bit.
Yeah.
So they wanted to get him going on Monday. They're going to say, hey, Brock, listen, we're going to be run heavy on Monday. We're going to give you a couple passes here and there. We're going to rely heavily on Mason. You know, this Jets team, good defense. We're going to have to run the ball a little bit more. Establish the line of scrimmage against Quentin Williams. That, for me, I think was the key for the Niners in that one. They're going to open it up a little bit more. They play the Vikings this week. They're going to open it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
This offense is going to come to life against Minnesota on Sunday.
Yeah, I think so.
For sure.
And then that Monday night game, like you mentioned, the dink and dunk 32-19 victory. The 49ers over the Jets. What do you think about Aaron Rodgers? What do you guys think? Are you hyped up on the, was he 43-year-old veteran, 42-year-old veteran?
Leave it to you, Mr. McGlothlin.
What
do you think?
What, to me?
Okay.
I mean, I'm just going to say this. This is the same thought I had with Tom Brady being 44, 45 in the league, bro. Retire.
Oh, he's 40.
I don't, like, just retire, dude. You have ran your course in the league. You're overstaying your welcome. But Tom Brady didn't he get almost another ring out of it? Or he did get another ring or something?
Yeah, he went to Tampa and won.
Yeah,
I think.
Exactly. So, I mean, I can't really say much because, honestly, he could bring the Jets their first Super Bowl in over 60 years. It'll be 61 years this year.
I think
62.
The thing with Aaron Rodgers, and it wasn't even really him. I know he had a touchdown receiving-wise. I don't think Allen Lazard looked good at all.
Yeah.
I think Allen Lazard looked not good.
Yeah. And I was actually talking to my cousin this morning. He was talking about how Allen Lazard is going to be a great receiver on this team and everything. I'm like, he did not look very good. Aaron Rodgers also has not played football in pretty much 2 years, right? He goes off. He does ayahuasca. He sits in a cave. He does darkness retreats.
He has a darkness retreat.
He's on the McAfee show talking about everything except football.
Put his toe up on the,
He's doing all this. He didn't look good because he hasn't played in a while. It's simple rust. I don't know if we're going to get back to the Aaron Rodgers we all know.
You got to think of the body wear and tear, too.
I'm wondering now, and this is their test this week because they play just a lifeless Tennessee Titan team. And you talk about Malik Willis, boy, Will Levis does not. I mean that is. Whew. So if you can't go into Tennessee and beat the Titans on Sunday, you have got a whole other bushel of problems.
Yeah.
That are beyond just Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Bring back Zach Wilson.
Whole
No.
My
Alex,
goats.
no.
And I can't believe he just said that.
Wrong mic.
I can't believe
There you
he
go.
just said that.
Alex, you're done.
How dare you?
But
How dare you?
yeah,
Emma's just doesn't work. Like, the light doesn't work. Emma's good. You're on.
I'm alive and well.
no, that's going to be the key for them. If they cannot beat the Jets or the Titans on Sunday, I don't see how they even make the playoffs. I don't see how they even win a game if they can't even beat the Titans.
Right.
And this is a great week coming off the Niner game. You need this Titans game.
Yeah.
So,
Any other notes to that week against with the Niners, or not the Niners, the Jets and the Titans, or both of those teams, how they performed?
No.
All right. Thursday night
yeah, Titans should have won.
Titans should have won. Well, yeah, Caleb Williams, isn't it? This week 2, we've already started one game. 31-10 was the final score in Miami as the Buffalo Bills won their divisional matchup on Thursday Night Football. And Tua Tagovailoa may never play football again. I'm not going to lie.
It's not a may. He's never going to play football again.
You don't think so? You don't think he's going to suit up ever again?
I wouldn't.
I was going to say, knowing Tua, I feel like he's going to be pretty stubborn and be like, no, I want to play. But I feel like it's going to have to come from the front office or the coach even and be like, no, you need to take a seat back and, just kind of leave the scene. I mean, that's a hard way to go out, but still. And I also saw in an interview of the Dolphins coach, I can't think of his name.
Mike McDaniel.
Thank you. But, yeah, I saw an interview with him, and he said, because he was asked about what he said to Tua as they walked off the field, and he said that Tua is like, what was it? The
quarterback of the family is what he called it.
Yeah, the quarterback of the family, and that he just needed to, kind of focus on his family because, 2-3 concussions in less than a few years is ridiculous. And the way that he went down and how his arm immediately stiffed up, like, I've seen some pretty nasty concussions in my day. Not, actually me, but like other people.
I've had 2.
Yeah. And stuff like that just no good.
And he, I thought with Tua when he switched from the Speed Flex to the WZIS, the WZIS 02, I thought it was going to change, as quarterback. He's got the more padded helmet on the inside, but he's got to learn how to take the hits. He's just kind of, just falling apart.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate for a guy who
he's so young, and I seen him on the up and coming. Really, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was such a great offense they had built around that team. There were times he looked spotty, but for the most part, he was able to deliver. Maybe not in the playoffs, but in most games he was able to go out there and do pretty well. So it's unfortunate the way this happens, and someone's got to step in if someone hasn't already and said, hey, I think Emma showed me, what was it, $124 million?
I actually do have it pulled up. So Tua currently is on a $212 million contract, but since this injury, if he is not medically cleared and is forced to retire, then he would get $124 million of that guaranteed.
Yeah. Just get that. Take your money.
Take it and run.
Take your money.
Yeah.
Antonio Pierce said it best. He needs to go. As much, I love watching Tua. He, just seeing another left arm quarterback come in, and almost basically do, I'm not going to say exactly what Michael Vick did, but kind of he's just play similarly to him, or looked up to him, dude. He's just played so well. I loved him as a quarterback, and like I said, it's rough to go because I drafted him this year too.
Same.
And he's out.
Same.
Yeah, I drafted him.
out.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I have CJ Stroud and T-Law, so I'm not stressing.
Yeah.
Same, except I also have Hurts.
So the Sunday night football game we look at, Bears versus Texans. Bears got a victory in week 1, 24-17. Not a single point of that came from the offense of those 24 points.
It was like Caleb Williams is that kid in the project who does none of the work but gets all the credit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think the Texans are going to win that game single-handedly. I think that's going to be kind of just a no-brainer. You go to Houston in that game. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
The defense will have to show up. Keenan Allen dropped a touchdown on Sunday. That was huge. Williams did make some good throws. He wasn't completely, Will Levis territory. But if you're the Bears and you're losing to Will Levis in the fourth quarter of a football game, that's a problem.
The guy who puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
Mayonnaise in his coffee, which is
Bro, I think there was a cologne that came out from them with Will Levis over the summer. I'm not even kidding.
Disgusting.
Yes, I think it was like a cologne or some soap or it was something.
That was mayonnaise and coffee?
But no, that's what he drinks. He'll put.
No, I know that. I thought you were talking about it was like mayonnaise and coffee.
It's like
scented.
a mayonnaise scented cologne or something.
That's so gross.
What?
Yeah.
The Bears are in serious trouble against this Houston team.
Mm.
Serious trouble. And Williams has to figure it out pretty quickly. And this is the typical Bears we know. Going into the offseason, huge hype. Their fans are always excited. 10 wins. And all I'm hearing this week is, well, we won. We won. A win's a win.
Hey, a win is a win.
True.
Sure. But when your quarterback plays like that,
Nah.
When you're playing the Tennessee Titans, yeah.
can't have it.
Right.
At home, can't have it.
Right.
Can't have it.
Got to play better.
Yeah. So, looking at some of the 1 o'clock games, nothing's really sticking out to me right now. I would say Bengals Chiefs if that was 3 years ago.
I will say
Saints Cowboys.
the NFL does a stupid thing where they do 10 1 o'clock games.
Yep.
And 3 late afternoon games, which I do not for the life of me understand why this is set up this way.
When
I feel
did
like
they
it
used
could
to
be
do?
divided more evenly.
Viewership.
Didn't it used to only be 1 4 o'clock game? Like up until recently?
It was.
Or was
No,
am I
it's always
tweaking?
been like
It's
3 or
always
4.
been- it's always
Okay,
like-
maybe I'm just
yeah,
tweaking.
2 to 4.
Maybe I'm tweaking.
Maybe back in like 1992.
It's a whole marketing thing. That's how you get your product out there. And like a lot of that times around that time, a lot of people are like they're ready to watch football. Like they're done with church, they're done with whatever they have to do for that morning and that day. They're ready to sit down, watch football. 1 o'clock to like 4. What is it, like 4:25 is probably the prime area.
You got 4 or 5,
'Cause a lot of
4:25.
the people who watch football have kids, so they got to get
Right.
the kids ready for dinner, all that. So that's just how you get your market.
And it
out
makes
there.
sense too. You get, if you do 2 games, you go Fox and CBS. You get 3 games, you throw in ESPN there. But with all the streaming services now, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you do have 2 West Coast teams. Well, kind of West Coast. You have the Broncos and the Cardinals. So those games are really kind of 1 o'clock games anyway, with the time zone and stuff. That's what I always forget about time zone differences. Like if the 49ers play a 1 o'clock game, they're kicking off at 10 a.m. Like, how crazy is that?
Our time, yeah.
And I was looking
Right,
at
right. Their time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at the NFL slate this week, and I was looking at the college football slate. It's really not that great of a week, really. But I will say Bucks and Lions, that's probably the best 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, I was going to get to that because I was going to say I think Saints Cowboys, maybe Browns Jaguars, Bucks Lions. I think Bucks Lions is the best game. Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff both look really good this year so far. I think that I don't know. I was a little disappointed. To be fair, it is the Rams and Matt Stafford, but I was a little disappointed watching that Sunday Night Football game with the Lions. I was just like the defense just kind of fell apart at times. They picked it up in overtime. They drove down the field and won one drive in overtime. But I do think that they're going to have to be a little bit more careful with this Buccaneers team because I just think that the defense, especially now the Aaron Donald-less Rams and the Rams defense, they were missing so many defensive linemen and a couple linebackers already. I don't think that the Buccaneers defense is going to fold over as quickly as the Rams defense did. So they got to be a little bit more careful. The Browns game, Deshaun Watson did not look very good in week 1.
I don't think Deshaun Watson's looked good since like 2018.
That's true.
Let's be real.
I think the Saints and Cowboys will be good. The Saints killed the Panthers. To be fair, it is the Panthers, but 37 points is still 37 points.
Yeah.
Cowboys put up a good game week 1 as well. I think that's going to be a good game. If I had to rank top 3, I'm probably going Bucks, Lions, Saints, Cowboys, and probably Browns, Jags.
Cowboys game real quick. They are a team that goes out week to week completely differently. You never know what you're going to get out of Dallas. I think I actually picked New Orleans this week in Dallas because I think the Cowboys are ready for a letdown.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the Saints are very good, but they're good enough to stick in that game. And I think they're going to win. I think you're going to see a letdown from the Cowboys this week. For sure. They both finally have to play
Real
teams that actually deserve to be talked about. So when they play each other.
Hey, don't sleep on that Raiders-Ravens game.
That's another good one too.
That's a good one. I think it's a sleeper game for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Both teams are 0-1, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, both teams are 0-1, but they're both good 0-1s.
Ravens are, I think, much better.
They're leaps and bounds better, but the Raiders by no means are a bad team.
The Raiders, it's going to come down to coaching with Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to be a good coach for them. He's a guy you can believe in the locker room, and that's huge in this league. And they have Gardner Minshew has enough talent to make things dangerous for the Raiders. They'll be around the wild card come December.
I think it'll be 8, maybe 8-9, and if they're lucky, 7.
That seems pretty fair, I think.
Yeah.
They're
And
in
then
ball games.
Rams Cardinals. I don't know what's going on. Did you see Kyler Murray? What he said about Marvin Harrison? They were like, "What about Marvin Harrison Jr.'s? One target, 3 targets, 1 reception for 4 yards." Yeah. He was like, "It's not my job. It's the coaching. You're the quarterback. It's your job to find the open receiver." Now I know that there's some plays that are not designed for a certain receiver, but there was many plays. I mean, you see the pictures of Harrison literally wide open, and that's Kyler Murray's job to see the open receiver and hit him.
Well,
in stride.
I mean, when college football came out in July, that's really all Murray's been doing all offseason.
He's a
he
gamer.
didn't look at any playbooks.
He's been playing Call of Duty. Come on now.
He was
Call of Duty.
He's been playing Call of Duty.
Any video game.
Hey, we're not going to see
sort.
Kyler Murray after October. Black Ops 6 is dropping. We will not see Kyler.
Oh, he's going in an ayahuasca cave darkness retreat.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just going to go play Call of Duty.
We're going to see him on the IR. He's like, oh, coach, I have tendonitis in my calf. Sorry.
What was the old, who was it? A couple years. Oh, it was David Price, the old Red Sox pitcher. Pitched for it was when he was on the Red Sox. Got tendonitis in his thumbs from playing too much Fortnite back in like 2018.
I remember that, yeah.
We could see something like that with Kyler Murray.
That's the most Blake Simpson thing I think anybody's ever said.
Yeah.
Trying to connect baseball to football.
But I'm saying, you said tendonitis because of like video games.
Fair.
That was a legit injury that
Fair.
David Price had.
Hey, we can. Russell Wilson plays for the White Sox, last I know.
The White Sox are terrible. I don't even want to get into baseball right now.
Yeah,
anyway, Tommy, you were talking about Kyler Murray being terrible.
Yeah, I mean, he looked okay last week, but like you said, he was missing wide open receivers. I have a family member of mine has said on record that Marvin Harrison Jr. will be the best receiver to ever play football. We didn't see that on Sunday.
All right.
Not even close to that.
I think it was a mistake.
1.4
the Cardinals drafting
points.
him because you want a Marvin Harrison Sr. and the kid. You're not going to get that. He could play better. He could play worse. I don't think there's any of that middle ground there.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad the Colts drafted Latu and not Marvin Harrison Jr.
Dude, we would have been so good for our wide receiver room would have been so much better. Like, realistically, it would have.
if Marvin Harrison Jr. got picked, they would not have drafted Adonai Mitchell.
Adonai Mitchell.
I heard JJ Stankovic call him Adonai.
Oh, was it? I thought it was
the PA announcer. I did too.
I could be wrong.
We'll just call him AD. He goes by AD.
Fair.
But no, I thought it was Adonai, and then he goes Adonai Mitchell with the catch, and I'm like, I had no idea. AD Mitchell though.
AD Mitchell, gotcha.
I'm rocking with it.
We'll rock with that.
But yeah, I think that'll be an interesting game. Rams Cardinals. That's kind of a toss up right now. I think I took the Rams in that one. What's the line on that? Tommy to Vegas.
What was the game in Rams and Cardinals?
Rams Cardinals.
Right now, it is Cardinals by 1. Super close line.
I think I took the Rams.
The over-under is 47.5.
Okay.
I like this as a toss-up as well. I think I picked the Rams, though.
Okay.
Because I like what I saw from them last week, going into Detroit, keeping it close with the Lions. I think Stafford's kind of back to being Stafford. That will be a game at around 7:30 on Sunday. That is going to be field goal game or tied. And I think we're going to see some overtime in the NFC West on Sunday.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
Steelers Broncos I would call a return game for Russell Wilson, but Justin Fields named the starter. Still, I don't know when Russ is going to play, if Russ is going to play this season.
I don't think he's going to.
I don't think so.
Because I think if he was going to, I think he would have been playing by now.
Right.
They say he has an injury.
Yet he's fully patted on the sidelines.
Did a balloon touch his knee? I mean, what? I mean, you don't know what the actual injury is. I mean,
step on a Lego.
It's whatever they want to say, right? So, I don't know. I think people are kind of out on Russ at this point.
Yeah.
I think he might consider retirement. I think if you're getting beat out by Fields and they have to start making
Seahawks.
You got your Super Bowl ring. Get out of there.
Yeah, I'd consider retirement if you're getting beaten out by Fields.
Right. So he got his ring on early in his career, didn't he?
Yeah, it was Super Bowl 47.
48.
Yeah, or 48.
48, because 49 was the Patriots.
Because 47 was the Har Bowl, and then 48 beat the crap out of the Broncos.
They didn't even need to step foot there.
Marshawn was open. Should have passed it.
What did we think about Bo Nix?
I think he's good. I think he's solid.
Considering what I saw from other rookies, I mean, I'm still kind of out on him, but that Broncos team stuck around that game in Seattle.
Bro, Bo Nix is like as old as Joe Mixon.
Which is, that's kind of crazy, which honestly, we've seen, obviously quarterbacks can go a little bit more longer than running backs.
Yeah.
But I think Nix has the wherewithal to maybe become something. I don't see it right now, but I think he does have heart and he does have like gumption to keep that Broncos team around, even though he had some horrendous interceptions.
Especially with the Broncos quarterback history, you know.
Yeah. But he ran around a little bit, ran in for that one touchdown. They kept it close. I thought Seattle would kind of run away with that game, and Denver was able to kind of stick in there and make it close. So you never know. They could end up getting a wild card. But, it's only week 2, so you never know.
Yeah. And then Sunday night, you got Falcons-Eagles. That should be a beat. Or Monday night, excuse me. That should be a beatdown.
Should be.
Should be.
Doesn't mean it's going to be. Necessarily.
Should be. I mean, the Falcons, Kirk, just another one of those guys in that era, right?
Another old quarterback.
They put all this money into him. Falcons draft Penix, you think, okay, well then why did they sign Kirk out to this big contract? Kind of wondering what's going on now. Do you put Penix in? Do you give Kirk a little bit more time?
You think they're doing what they did similarly with Rodgers and Jordan Love?
No, because Jordan Love,
because they gave the big money to Rodgers and then they drafted Love.
Right.
They're doing the same thing. They're basically doing the same thing with Kirk.
But
they got Jordan Love though in deeper round.
But the thing with that, Aaron Rodgers was already a Packer for 20 years.
Right.
Was
right. No,
healthy when they re-signed him, not Kirk Cousins, who's new to the Falcons, off of a scandal and off of an, I believe, an aggravated Achilles. That type. He had an aggravated Achilles injury type thing.
I'm not saying like that exactly, but do you think they're trying to use the vet to teach the rook is what I'm asking.
Yeah, but it's not... Like I said, it's not the same Aaron Rodgers with the same team and the same,
No, of course.
Whatever, for 20 years, not a guy who just got signed.
I will say this, Alex. When you mentor and
the vet,
student, right? I would say not.
Mentor, student, whatever.
Because when they drafted Penix in the first round, they did not tell Big Kirko that they were going to draft a quarterback.
Right.
Did
they tell Favre or Rodgers though?
I don't think they told either of them either.
When Rodgers got drafted for Brett Favre, and then when Love got drafted for Rodgers.
I don't think either of those happened anyways.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say I know all, but I'm just saying I don't know. And I remember that Rodgers being upset that Love was drafted.
But he might have known. I mean, I don't know. He could have been upset about it. He might have known. I don't know. I mean, that's something to think about though. But I wonder at what point do you start to maybe think about putting Penix in?
Right, that's fair.
And give him a chance.
Yeah. I think that's extremely valid there. So. But I don't know. It all depends on what's going to happen with them. But I think this game will be Philly written all over it. I think Saquon's going to do very well, and Jalen Hurts is going to do pretty well.
2 touchdowns last week for Saquon, 24 carries, 109.
What do we think about the new center? There's only more Jason Kelce.
I can't think of his name.
I don't know.
I know his name. Now that you said it.
It was like a major downgrade.
Yeah.
But obviously, Jason Kelce's been there. He was starting for like 12 years. So, yeah, it's going to be a downgrade in that line, of course.
I want to talk about Joe Alt. Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah.
Tackled Joe Alt against Max Crosby.
Did you see
he looked good.
What they called him? Or like the Chargers gave him a nickname. It was like it was like Control Alt 4, like Control Alt Z or something. It was like basically
Control Alt Delete.
Down. Yeah, that's what it was. Control Alt Delete.
That's funny. No, I think that Joe Alt and Tommy watched him more than we did it. Watching Notre Dame football.
Talk about an ox.
Dude, he's huge. He's like 6'8", like what, 330 pounds?
That
probably.
That man is a menace. He will chew off your kneecaps and spit them out right in front of you. He's just that type of guy. He's football. He is football. The embodiment of football is Alt, Joe Alt.
I think every lineman is, honestly. They're just hard-headed. They love football. That's all they care about. That's the only thing they think about, dude.
Big uglies.
Look at Quentin Nelson. And I think that's just Notre Dame offensive linemen in general. I mean, they are, Notre Dame is, O-line and kind of tight end U both together, I think. More tight end U than O-line, but, producing good offensive linemen. Yeah. But, yeah, I think that Joe Alt is going to be really good with L.A., and, I think that Jim Harbaugh knew what he was doing getting to that job with the Chargers, that he was going to get a good team.
Dude, I was kind of upset just because the fact we'll never have a Harbaugh Bowl unless one of them signs somewhere else.
The Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Well, the AFC Championship, you could have it.
I'm talking like Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Okay.
We already got one.
It's talking the big.
Yeah,
more, part 2.
So we're going to move on. Now that we've talked about all the Week 2 games and all the previews, we're going to bring it over to Tommy DeVegas again. Okay. Another segment, just put out those lines that shock you. You think you're dumb. And this week you said, we talked about last week. Week 1, you're very chalk. Like Vegas is going to drop the most chalk lines of all time. Yeah. Week 2 is where you get a little bit, iffy on some of them.
Well, just like Han Solo out of the carbon freeze, I've got to readjust my eyesight from watching the Giants game on Sunday from those disgustingly hideous uniforms.
I didn't hate them.
I thought they were disgusting. I couldn't.
They're ugly, but it's cool because it's history.
It's cool. History.
Don't ever do it again, though.
Don't ever do that again.
The Canadians' uniforms.
I was looking around. I think the Packers Colts lines moved to 2.5 to 3 a little bit. A couple of lines moved. The Niners game moved from 6 to 5 a little bit. Kind of interested on that. I think a line that I'm kind of surprised isn't higher is Kansas City at home against Cincinnati. They're only -5. Cincinnati, I still think is going to be slow coming out of the gate. A lot of excuses from Taylor as the head coach.
Yeah, I think that could be a 10 to 14 point.
That could end up being a beatdown. But really, yeah, these lines. I mean, Giants at Washington down to 1.5. I think that's a pretty close line. Both teams pretty horrendous. I like Jalen Daniels though. I do like Jaden Daniels. Where he can run around a little bit. Needs to protect himself like most young quarterbacks. But yeah, no, these lines of me are pretty close. Nothing too crazy this week. I think pretty much on par. So I think Vegas has a pretty good week this week.
All right,
it's pretty easy. Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Thank you, Tommy, for that. And we're gonna get into a final segment. So got about 10 minutes left on this pod. Let's take off those sports talk show caps and put on those trivia caps. Because we're going to bring it back a little bit. I didn't really have anything playing last week. We're going to have something playing this week. We're going to kind of play a game of round robin, just kind of like a point. You get a point if you get it right. Or you lose a point if you get it wrong. So make sure you guys keep track of your points. You can either answer the question or you can pass it to the next person, risking 0 points. So if you get it wrong, if you guess and get it wrong, you lose a point, but you can pass it. And if you get it wrong, the next person has a chance to answer it with the risk of not losing any points if they get it wrong. Okay? Sound good? All right, so we're going to start off. We're going to start off with Emma. We're going to go my right to left. So, this is NFL quiz history. See who can, if somebody's just going to go, on a tear and run away with it. All right, Emma. This is 50 questions, so we can go through this. But I don't know if we'll do all of them, honestly. All right. Which team, or what 2 teams made up the first Super Bowl? And give me the winning team.
Okay. I know this because I literally just saw it the other day. Packers, Chiefs, and Packers won.
That is correct. You have 1 point. All right, bonus points. No actual bonus points. What was the score?
Oh. I don't lose points if I get this wrong. Okay. I want to say Packers won 30 to, I don't know.
35 to 10.
Okay.
All right, Emma.
Good guess.
Who holds the record for the most career touchdowns?
Ooh, okay, I don't know that one.
Is it A? Oh, I guess it's multiple choice. I should probably give it to you, right?
Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, I apologize. Is it A, Jerry Rice, B, Emmitt Smith, C, Randy Moss, or D, Tom Brady?
Most touchdowns?
Yep.
Okay. Thinking between 2.
Well, one's a running back and one's a quarterback, so.
Randy Moss?
That is incorrect. Alex?
Give me Brady.
What?
You said which one?
Oh.
Are we not off the same question?
I read it wrong. No, that is incorrect. It's most career touchdowns. It doesn't specify. I thought it said receiving. No.
So what? No. What does this question state, and what are the
most career touchdowns? Just in general, it doesn't say receiving, passing, rushing, nothing. Just most touchdowns.
But Tom's wrong, right?
But Tom is wrong.
Okay, I was gonna say you just made the question seem as like a whole different question.
Sorry, I read it wrong. That's why I said one's a running back, one's a. I read it wrong.
Is Randy Moss right or no?
No, it is not.
I said running back or quarterback. You said wide receiver.
Okay, yeah.
Tommy, no points lost.
Jerry
you
Moss.
lost the point, so Emma's back down to 0 points. Remember, you can always pass it off if you don't want it.
True.
Tommy?
I say logic dictates Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice, you get a point. Congratulations.
I'd have to.
All right. So Tommy has 1 point. Yeah, I got a little confused there. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of new to this. All right, Tommy.
Need a new host.
We need Blake Simpson back.
No. I like Owen.
How many teams are in the National Football League?
32.
All right, you got it right. You have 2 points now. All right. Who has the most career rushing yards? Is it Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, or Adrian Peterson?
I'm going to go with Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith, you have 3 points, Tommy. Running the board a little bit. We'll go every.
It would have been Barry if he had
you.
Dallas's offensive line, but go ahead.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. All right. Which NFL team has never appeared in a Super Bowl? Is it the Browns, the Lions, the Jaguars, or all of the above?
Jacksonville. Oh, wait. No,
you lose a point.
You did say all the above.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Fine.
I did. All right, Emma. So you're down to 1 point, or 2 points. 2 points now.
Okay, can you read the options again?
Is it Cleveland, Detroit, Jacksonville, or all of the above?
All the above.
All of the above, correct. You have 1 point.
Yay.
So are we keeping track of points, Tommy? You have 2. Alex has 0. Emma has 1. All right. Here you go, Emma. Which player won the NFL MVP and Super Bowl MVP in the same season? Is it A, Patrick Mahomes, B, Tom Brady, C, Kurt Warner, or D, Peyton Manning?
Ooh, okay, I should know this. Why do I keep blanking out once you ask me? Okay.
You can always pass it off, too.
Yeah, fair. I'm going to pass it off because I'm not
Pass it off to Alex.
Mahomes.
Correct.
It literally just happened like 2-3 years ago. That's the only reason I remember that.
All right. Who was the first African-American head coach to win a Super Bowl? Is it Tony Dungy, Mike Tomlin, Lovie Smith, or Dennis Green?
Tony Dungy.
Tony Dungy. Which team did he do it for?
Colts.
Good job.
It was against the
2
Bears.
points.
That was the opening kickoff with Devin Hester.
2 points. All right. Who is the only defensive player to have won the NFL MVP award? Is it Reggie White, Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis, or J.J. Watt?
Can you read those first 2 options again?
Reggie White or Lawrence Taylor?
Reggie White.
Incorrect. It was Lawrence Taylor. So you're back down to 1 point?
Oh, yeah. Those are the 2 because I knew it was before the 2000s. I knew it was none of these new guys.
All right, here's Tommy with 2 points on the board.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I forgot. I just realized that I've been giving you the right answer. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's still a work in progress. We'll fix it next time. All right. Which team, Tommy? We're gonna skip the try to take it for another point if he gets it wrong. Which NFL team has the most Hall of Fame inductees? Is it the Bears, the Packers, the Steelers, or the Cowboys?
Steelers.
Steelers is incorrect.
I was banking that with you.
It is the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
Okay,
that makes sense.
It's one of the old teams.
Yeah, I'll say it's one of the oldest teams in the league. It's like the second oldest.
All right, Emma. So, Tommy, you're at 1 point. Alex, you're at 1, correct?
Uno. Yeah.
Uno.
I think
Yeah,
we're all
not
tied.
All right, all at 1 point. All right, Emma.
All right.
Who is the youngest quarterback to win a Super Bowl? Is it Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, or Russell Wilson?
Oh, no.
There's only 2
I know this one. I should
know this one.
Tommy, I'm not letting you have this one.
We're not doing that extra point thing.
I know. Okay. I should know this because I literally watched the game.
I am so confident. I know this.
Tom, if she gets this wrong, you can take it for 2 points if you're that confident.
I think I am.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, what?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God.
How dare you?
All right.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes?
That is incorrect. It is Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, Big Ben.
I thought it was
Second
Russ.
option.
Yeah, Big Ben against Matt Hasselback.
I should have known it.
All right.
Wasn't that the Super Bowl where Matt Hasselbeck was like, yeah, we're going to win the game or something like that?
That was the NFC wild card. That was a wholly different
We're going to
game.
score, and then like 2 plays later, throw pictures. What NFL team, Alex, did Joe Montana finish his NFL career with? Was it the Niners, the Chiefs, the Broncos, or the Dolphins?
There's no way he knows this either. There's no way.
Dude, I'm gonna throw it out there just to see if I can get it right. Dolphins, dude.
That is incorrect.
Run it.
It was the Kansas City Chiefs.
I was gonna assume the Chiefs, but knowing like vets, they like to stay for a little bit longer. They just get thrown around by team.
So you guys, Emma and Alex are now at 0.
I just wanted to see
Tommy with
I could
1.
see if I can get it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not making so excuse. I knew that. I just wanted to throw some random idea out there.
All right, Tommy. Who was the first NFL player to throw for over 5,000 yards in a season? Was it Peyton Manning, Dan Marino, Drew Brees, or Tom Brady?
They definitely got easier questions than I had, by the way. I think you're giving me the hardest question.
It's just the way it's running.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I think it's Dan Marino.
You are correct.
Yes.
It's Dan Marino.
All right.
See, look, Finn. So we're thinking. Great minds
Manny
think alike.
broke
Great
his
minds think
record.
alike.
All right, Tom. Tommy 2 times.
Tommy 2 times.
Which team has lost the most Super Bowls? Is it the Broncos, the Patriots, the Bills, or the Vikings?
It has to be the Broncos because they lost like 3 Super Bowls in the 80s.
It is the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, it's
You're
definitely
correct.
the Broncos. They used to before Elway won that title in '98. He was getting brutal. There.
So you have 3 points.
Yeah.
Who was the first unanimous MVP in NFL history? Was it Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Lamar Jackson, or Peyton Manning?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this actually.
You're going to pass
Yeah,
on
I'm gonna
it
pass.
to Emma Baumgart.
Okay. Okay, can you read the question again?
Who was the first unanimous MVP in NFL history? Was it Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Lamar Jackson, or Peyton Manning?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was Peyton Manning.
You are incorrect. You're now at -1 points. It was Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Wasn't that
Right.
the year he had the Madden cover too? Or it was like right before he got the Madden
I
cover?
think so.
It was
Yeah.
like right before.
What year, Alex, was the AFL-NFL merger completed? Was it 1960, 1966, 1970, or 1976?
Read those dates one more time, please. Or those years.
60, 66, 70,
60.
or 76? You are incorrect. It was 1970. First Super Bowl didn't happen until 1967.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say 76 is way too far.
Right.
Yeah. That. Wow. I don't know.
All right. Tommy, who holds the record for the longest field goal in NFL history? Matt Prater, Justin Tucker, Adam Vinatieri, or Jason Elam?
Please don't get this wrong. Please don't get this wrong.
I'm gonna pass.
Gonna pass it to
Okay.
Emma.
Read the options again.
Matt
If he
Prater,
gets it wrong, I want
Justin
this.
Tucker, Adam Vinatieri, or Jason Elam?
I was going to say, wasn't it recently just broken or no?
2 years ago.
Okay. Try to think. 'Cause
By his own record.
I know who it is, but I can't think of the name.
Gonna pass it and give it to... You gonna go down to -2 if you get it wrong?
It seems like it's
No.
obvious, but I'm not.
It's so obvious.
I think it is, but I just wanted to. I'm already up 3, so I'm like,
Right.
I'm not gonna.
Because Alex is at 1, correct?
I know this answer.
And you're at 3, so
I
you're
know
up 2
the
right now,
answer.
technically.
Okay, I'm just gonna pass it because I'm
Pass it
blanking
over.
again.
Justin Tucker.
It's Justin
Yeah.
Tucker.
It is
Okay,
Justin
that's what I-
Tucker.
What team did he do it against?
The Raven. Oh no,
Lions.
No, the Lions. Yeah,
The Lions. He was
that
on
was
there.
the. It
Yeah.
dinked the field goal and it bounced.
All right.
Or bounced off the camera or
Because I knew
something
it was
like that.
against the Lions.
I was like,
couldn't think of the
like,
name.
no way they get this wrong.
I knew that. I wasn't 110% sure.
Hold on, let me see something real quick.
Yeah, I definitely that should have been what I said, but I just
All right.
that seemed like one of those questions that was too obvious.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, Alex.
What?
Which team is known for the immaculate reception? The Steelers, the Cowboys, the Niners, or the Patriots?
Read that one more time.
Which team was known or is known for the immaculate reception? Is it the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys, the San Francisco 49ers, or
the
New England
Steelers.
Patriots? Okay.
I was thinking the helmet catch, not
Yeah.
not Franco Harris.
All right. Oh, well, you just got the next question right. It was which player is, that's 2 points there. Which player is known for the immaculate reception? Was it
Franco Harris.
Lynn Swan? Was it
Yeah.
Hines Ward, Chase Claypool, or Franco Harris?
Wasn't Lynn Swan and Franco Harris in that play?
It was just Franco Harris. No, that was before Lynn Swan played. Pretty sure. Swan played in like the 80s. I have in the 70s.
No, Swan was in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say because that was like around the Steel Curtain time, and I remember. I used to research heavily on that.
Well, I'm talking about who caught it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Frank. Yeah.
All right. Who was? So Alex now has 2 points. You get so it's 3-3. Emma, you're at -1.
Can you get some points here?
I am just saying that he answered the question before you read it.
But
so
I was going to get it anyway.
Yeah, I was
so
going to get it.
Okay. All right.
All right. Alex, who was the first player to rush for 100 touchdowns? Was it Emmitt Smith, Jim Brown, Barry Sanders, or LaDainian Tomlinson?
Dude, I don't know. Emmitt Smith.
Incorrect. You're at 2 points now. It was LaDainian Tomlinson.
I was thinking Henry.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, Tommy. You can't.
LT.
We're making up rules on the fly. You can't pass this question.
Oh, what?
We're short on
How am I
time.
supposed to win?
If you get this one right,
I win.
You win.
Okay.
If you get it wrong,
I win.
we go to a sudden death.
Oh.
First one to answer the
death.
question wins.
Okay.
Get it wrong.
Okay.
Get it wrong. I just want to try the sudden death.
This game hates Tommy, by the way.
Not in your life.
What is the most points scored by a single team in a Super Bowl game? Is it 55, 49, 62, or 59 for all the marbles?
I want to say that one Super Bowl, Denver just got destroyed. And I think
That is correct.
it was 55 points that they lost to.
Tommy Devine, you are correct.
Yeah.
55 points. You win.
Because I know the Chargers-Niners Super Bowl in '94 was like pretty bad.
Yeah.
Too. But Denver, I think, got clobbered. One of the years LA just got
That was,
destroyed.
I want to say, was it Dallas that won that game? I think it was Dallas.
Well, there were so many of those Super Bowls that Denver went to and just got.
Right. I think it was Dallas. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tommy, you win the first episode of the NFL quiz. But that's going to wrap it up for our episode of Sports Extra Uncut, episode 2. Been an hour-long episode today. That was a pretty good episode. So, thank you for watching. For Tommy Devine, Alex McGlothlin, and Emma Baumgart, I've been Owen Pulley.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week.
Roll trees.
Roll trees.
Trees.